So since our last film, what I've been working on is this whole area of this buffalo with the second layer of paint. And the whole point of the second layer of paint in dynamic realism is to show the push and pull of light as well as within the perspective. So this whole area was extremely important to understand. You've got warm light, cold light, and it hits this mirror-like surface underneath, which we'll get to in another film in the future. But what was important was to understand what these pushes and pulls or different contrasts of coloration and light actually meant for this area of the canvas. So it's taken a good few months to make sure this area was mapped correctly and then to build this understanding. The next film will demonstrate and show the next stage, which will be to build up the 3-dimension of this area. So very particular droplets are more in the foreground and more are in the background. This will increase the level of dynamism of the piece and bring that life that's so important to works of dynamic realism. What's also good to mention at this stage will be that through doing this process, I've really got an understanding of how light works in an Indian composition. Because you have such an explosion, what happens when you mix the paint for an Indian composition is that you have this tremendous sense of the colour spectrum. You have these warm colours that crash into colder colours, and for landscapes and things produced in a European environment, you don't have the same level of pigments that are used as you would with an Indian composition. By that I mean in a European or a Northern Hemisphere based painting, you will get a far more colour bias between blues and reds. Within this you have everything from oranges to greens to turquoises that just completely are explosive in the painting. So I hope that this will become more and more apparent as the surface builds up and up. That crash of spectral pigments will be just fill this painting with a sense of amazing light, animated objects.